Alright, so I've undone the exhaust. I've pulled that one out through the bottom. This one's just sitting there, but it's loose. Just the 2 bolts behind the cart, I did do it wherever is easy for you. That one's just sitting there because the steering rack's there. All the transmission bolts are out, the bell housing bolts. I don't know if you can see that, sorry. All the transmission bell housing bolts are out. It's all good to go. I just have to undo the starter when I lift it up a bit just to get better access. I'm just going to wrap a chain from like here to there to the back of the head, from that lift point to the back of the head, and lift it out. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna spend thousands on them to make them
They're still crap.
good, eh?
They're still crap. So after you undo the knock sensors, this loom now can be pulled over. Pulling the loom over, chain from lift point to the back of the head, and then engine's coming out. Alright, this is just a lift plate. to lift the engine. It's not really size, I'm just getting these burrs off. But it'll do the job for the minute. Alright, bit of oil in there. Alright, that should be good enough. That's not going to mark up the block. Alright. So, what are these? 12s? 10s? 13s. Alright, 13s on those. Rip them off. A valley plate. Alright, the point of this is so that I can change the angle of lift, because at present I tried the chain method and it just wanted to tilt that way, so it's separated from the transmission but not evenly. So by putting on the lift plate I can arch the back and break the seal and get it forward, if that makes sense. Alright, so we just take this guy off. Take the gasket off. And get something to take it off. Just need a screwdriver, flathead. Oh. This gasket's reusable if I don't break it. Oh, that's good. Look at that. It's fucking still got plenty of meat on it. It's hardly been compressed. There we go, that's on. Now just reuse the same bolts. You know, you don't even need all these bolts. We'll do it for the sake of it, but you know, 4 bolts is probably more than enough. I don't know the math and I can't be bothered looking it up. That bolt's not happy. I don't know if it's the angle of the plate or not. Could be the angle of the plate. There's no torque on this, by the way. That's why it's failing. I would assume it's just the threads hitting the side of the plate. I need to fix it. But, you know, like I said, just for a 2-second job. Don't want to give it too much torque there. If it's not happy, it's not happy. But like I said, it's just there to lift this. It's dispersing the weight. That's good enough. Okay. This is just a shitty plate me and the old boy made up, as you can see by the welds. Probably welded like less than I have fingers on one hand. But this has held multiple motors. I welded the jack, which has held multiple trucks. You know, might not look pretty. I honestly shouldn't talk too soon too, because that is fucking not fucking kosher. This is where two people would be really nice, and I don't know how I'm going to get this out, because there is a part where you've got to turn it. Alright, let's see what happens. Lift the back of it up, so we wind this in. Because we want to break the bead between the transmission and the motor. That's hitting my fucking, it's hitting here, but you know, try and do it on my own. What do you do? What's happening down here? Let me think. There's no way I've left a bolt in here. Alright, let me have a look. Ugh. Can't see shit from here. There is separation down there. Alright, let me get a bar in there and see if I can jiggle that. I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not. I'm not putting any pressure on this, like I'm not doing shit. What is happening here? Separated on that side. Let me get under there and have a look on that side of what's going on. Yeah. All the way up. drop the transmission down. You know, sometimes they just come out straight away, sometimes they're just buggers of things. It's taking the pressure off the transmission. Let's see what's going on here. See, we've got separation here. The starter motor's fine, it's just sitting there. We've got the crank angle sensor out. Now we have a look on this side again. It's front heavy too. I should have lifted the feet out a bit. I can't see down the back of it from here. Separate them. I might have to lift it up and get under there and have a look. Oh, it's just part of it, part of what happens. Probably gonna have to lift it. Probably gonna have to lift it and get under there. I'm not putting any pressure on that, by the way. Just trying to see where it's bound up. Alright, so I don't know if you can see this. The bead, the surface between the back of the block and the bell housing, there's 2 dowels, I think. They always give you trouble. So you need to get the alright, so you lift the car, lift the transmission to the top of the tunnel, like increase the angle, then drop the engine down forward, which is why this is good, because you can go back and forwards and change the angle. You know, obviously not so much that you damage anything, obviously you're not that rough that you damage anything, but you know, you can so say the angle is like that, you can lift it, and break the bead and slowly get the two dowels off. So here, so I had it open at the bottom, so I've just shoved a pry bar in there and then dropped the angle of the engine again, so that now it's got the pry bar in there and it's going to force the back of it forward, if that makes sense. And you just got to keep shimming it until you get off those dowels. I've had this problem a few times, just is what it is. Just, you know, all part of, so you can see the dowel there, that dowel came out easy. It's just is what it is, and they're just a bitch of a thing. Remove that inspection plate down there so that you can get access. You know, obviously don't try and damage the surfaces. Do what you got to do, fix what you got to fix. So yeah, just jack under here, car up enough so that you can use the jack it up and down, just keep changing your angles. Much easier job with two people, because someone can be down there actually looking and prying, and you know. Anyways, I hope that helps. All right, separate it, like I said, just keep jiggling it back and forth. I want to see what's happened in here. As you can see, there's clutch is burned up. The pressure plate, clutch disc, you can see it's in pieces in there. We've had a failure, so I want to get to the bottom of why that was. There's the dowels I was talking about. There's one dowel over there, the other dowel is on the block here. There, sorry. There's the clutch, you know, less than 7 months old. It's done like literally nothing. So we'll have a look, we'll inspect all of that when I get it out. Now this bit, all right, I could probably do it on my own. So the engine comes up, this crane is you're gonna end up running out of room here. When you run out of room there, you've pretty much got the balancer over here. I might have to pull the balancer, I can't remember. But you get it up and you run out of room. So you have to spin the engine. I don't have anyone here with me to spin the engine. I could just tie a rope to that pole there, connect it to the block somewhere, and then, you know, lever off of that pole to spin it whilst I'm getting it back. That's not outside the realms of possibility. I'll have a think about it, and yeah. But those dowels, I was wrestling with them for fucking yonks. I'm gonna polish the shit out of them, and so that doesn't happen again. But yeah, just keep working that angle, just slowly get something in there, so that when you drop it, you're forever breaking the pressure on that dowel. It's that dowel. I've had it happen before. But yeah, we'll figure this out and see what's happening here. Alright, never mind, I'm gonna get it myself. Alright, so we're just levering up. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Yeah, so we're just going up. But see how we've got it tilted back a little bit here? We might even just clear it. That's not pushing on anything, like it's just resting on the lip of the car. That's actually a hard point, but like there's not enough pressure there that it's gonna do anything to it. So here I would level it out, I think. No, I just want to get that over. So I want to keep the front, so we're tilting it back and keep the front up. I don't know what you can see, sorry, it's fucking a mission doing this shit with a head cam. We're ever so slightly on the bonnet and on that. I'm going to tilt it a bit, see if I can tilt it over this without not hurting anything. We're like so close, it's not funny. over. And then see, so we had to push the bonnet just a bit. Maybe a little bit more than a bit, but it's all right. Whoa. Come on. Of course, there's a fucking lip on the ground, as always. There's always a fucking lip on the ground. Get this down. All right, far out. This is probably shitty recording, so I'm sorry. Just level this back out. This one sucks, but you know, the concept is good. Alright, let me get this up so I can see what's going on. Alright. Leak back there. Well, it could be anything. We'll have to investigate. Well, I can't tell what's happened in here yet. There's nothing noticeable yet. We'll figure it out. There's definitely bits of clutch in there. And I lost, oh yeah, see, look, right here. The disc is just breaking up. There's nothing wrong with the pedal. Pedals, there is now, since when it popped. When it popped, then I lost, you know, 3/4 of my my clutch. Prior to that, nothing. It just popped. I was driving through a car park and it just popped. Mantic stage 1. Wouldn't do it again. Not there's anything wrong with the clutch. Wouldn't do the stage 1 again, probably. Got told it was fine, but no idea. Have to do some more research. What you can see there, clutch all around the bell housing. It's just been eating clutch. It's probably when it popped. When I say clutch, I think it's the pressure plate, I think it's called. All through there. Yeah. You can see there's some the boot must have, I don't know, but we've got green on the input shaft. I'm going to have to get in there and investigate this further. Like, less than 2k on this clutch. So I don't know what's happened. We will pull it all apart and we will find out. Let's have a look in here. I can't see anything there, so I have to get it open and see. Alright. I mean, apart from that, I think the motor's pretty fine. Like, that's just normal oil, really. I don't know. We'll pull it and we'll investigate. I think they look nice. I'll get the camera in there later. Yeah, those valves look nice. They don't look like they're getting too gunked up. They look like they're burning nice. Nice and white. Not too white, but nice and white. Interesting. Alright.